When the NBA playoffs come around, there are a couple matchups that you always want to tune into. Those matchups where the teams are so evenly matched that you don't know who will win. Or you have some matchups where you know the team that will win. One of those matchups has been the Memphis Grizzlies and the Los Angeles Lakers. And we haven't been paying attention to the actual matchup as much as we're paying attention to the player matchup. Dillon Brooks versus LeBron James. And yes, it's LeBron James versus Dillon Brooks, and we get it, he's a bum. But still, it's interesting to see. And Dillon Brooks went to low levels to get the best of LeBron James. But it still wasn't enough. So in Game 3, all eyes were on LeBron James and Dillon Brooks after countless Dillon Brooks comments on LeBron James. LeBron had a point to prove. Or, in his words, he didn't have to make a statement. But we all know he wanted to. But in Game 3, Dillon Brooks was getting cooked. Not just by media members or by LeBron James himself, but by the Lakers fans. And they booed him out the building. At this point, Dillon Brooks had no other options but to do one thing and one thing only. Take a shot at LeBron James's family jewels. And that he did. Now, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but still, he took a shot at it. And he was ejected. But the way his face was looking, it looked like he felt like he shouldn't have been. But that's what happens when you touch LeBron James's family jewels. You get ejected. I mean, you think the NBA is going to let this slide? No, it's LeBron James. Step it up, guy.
Boy, if you don't...
Eventually, the Lakers would win, and this is what LeBron James had to say after the game.
After asked you the other day about Brooks' comments, you said the game's won in between four lines. Just wondered what type of statement you felt like you made with your game tonight.
I didn't make me? What type of statement I made? No, I've been doing this too long. I'm making no statements. We had an opportunity to come home and play well on our home floor, and we did that. So no statement was made. We just wanted to play well, and we got to win, and we want to try to do that in Game 4 as well. But I don't need to make statements.
Speaking of statements, the Cavaliers had a chance to make a big statement, going back home tied 2-2. But no, they had to be frauds. And now, they're going back home down 3-1. Now, of course, the Cavaliers have been in this situation before, but now they don't have one Mr. LeBron James, as we have mentioned earlier. But they still got to win. They still got a chance. They're down 3-1, and it seems impossible, but the way that the Cavaliers have been playing, and especially their new acquisition in Donovan Mitchell, it seems like this team just has no chance. Donovan Mitchell was supposed to be their game changer, the guy that can rise up in big moments. But since the playoffs have begun, Donovan Mitchell has been looking like a shell of his former self. He only put up 11 points yesterday, only having 2 points in the second half. Let me say that again for the people in the back that didn't hear this. 2 points in the second half. 2! Combining for a total of 11 on the game. Donovan Mitchell has been awful. Just plain out awful. And it's been detrimental to this Cavaliers team. This was their superstar, the guy that has been leading them this entire season. And now he has fallen flat in the place where he's supposed to shine the most. In fact, in the place that he shined the most. When he was with the Jazz, this guy was going crazy every other night in the playoffs. But now it seems like he can't even put one single basket in. And that was the case last night. And so if the Cavaliers want to come back in this series, Donovan Mitchell is going to have to get going. But if he doesn't, then they're as good as dead. Another must-watch series has been the Kings versus Warriors. Now, first the narrative was the Kings couldn't hang with the Warriors. They're unexperienced. Then it was the Kings were going to run the old Warriors out the building. But now it's a level playing field. It's 0-0. And yes, Kings have home field advantage, and the Kings love playing at home, of course, and the Warriors hate playing on the road. especially because they have been the worst team on the road this year. They have lost majority of their games on the road. And now, if the Kings take a 3-2 advantage, all they have to do is win one game. And one of those games will be at home, and that'd be Game 7. Now, of course, the experience of the Warriors you cannot count out. But when this team has been this bad on the road, you almost want to count them out. Including the playoffs, the Warriors are 11-32 on the road. The only teams that had a worse record than that were the Pistons, Spurs, and Rockets. And they were all the worst teams in the league. The 3 worst teams in the league, and then the Warriors. This team has been bad when it comes to being on the road. But will their experience help them win? Well, only time will tell. I can't say to you that I'm a basketball prophet that will predict what will happen. Of course, of past events that I will blame on one man, but I will not point fingers and name names. But what I will tell you is this. The stats don't lie. The numbers never lie. But the eyes will. People might say that the Kings will win because of how great they've been. But if we know anything about this team, it's that you can never count them out. But I'm still taking the Kings. I don't like the Warriors. I'm still taking the Kings. They're going to win 2 games. They're going to win their next game at home, and then they're going to win on the road. That's my opinion. That's what I'm saying, and I'm sticking to it. The NBA playoffs this year have been so exciting. We've had other series like the Bucks versus the Heat, the 1-8 seed, and somehow Miami is up on the Bucks. Of course, with the Giannis injury, we don't know when he'll be back, but when he does, I'm sure it will be something special, and he'll take over the game, and he'll make sure to lead his team into the next round. We had the Sixers sweeping the Nets. I mean, that's not a surprise, but, with having KD and Kyrie and then trading them away, even though you were at the top of your conference, it's going to hurt you. Then you have the Celtics and Hawks. Celtics up 3-1, most likely looking at a gentleman's sweep, taking the Hawks out of the playoffs, but you didn't expect much there. Then you have the surprise. The Timberwolves winning a game. I legitimately went to bed last night because I had to wake up early. I went to bed last night thinking that the Nuggets were going to win and this is, it's game, right? But no. Apparently, Anthony Edwards decided to turn into Michael Jordan and just win. I don't know, man. I don't know. And then you also have the Suns and the Clippers, who we thought this was going to be the series of the playoffs, but apparently not. I don't know, but playoffs are here, and it's a lot of fun, unless you made a prediction that has gone south. Let me know in the comments, what team are you rocking with? Do you think the Cavaliers will make a comeback and save my dignity? And is LeBron James going to be ever healthy from his nut shot? I don't know. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting. As always, peace.